just too much. Sin, a good way to break through the board stall. It does have flight. We have seen that in some of the other Wild
And
Ruby
that seems to be not a game 3, so we'll have at least another game to go through.
Yeah, I like Sin in this matchup because there are not a lot of good ways to block it. And especially when you have mostly huge ground pounders, like Sin can get you the card advantage typically. So
If Sin attacked and revealed voided Walking Calamity, that means every time Sin attacks you get another one. That could actually have been the case.
that is entirely possible. I did not get a chance to see that there.
We didn't see the text, but that could have been a possibility.
Man,
Yeah.
it's the worst feeling when Sin attacks and your opponent plays something ridiculous from it. Because you know that if you can't beat it the first time, you're not beating it the second time. Like double extra Crocosaur every turn or Calamity every turn. Or
On the flip side, if Sin reveals a Spiderling egg of some sort, they will hatch that Spiderling egg every time.
That's true. That is true. Looks like the motivation keeping this hand with perhaps some potential resource problems here.
Oh man, what if you were playing a booby trap deck and Sin reveals a booby trap? Attack, take 4.
Looks like a mulligan down to 5 there. A little bit tough. Typically,
Motivation's hand isn't the greatest, but
that's true. Motivation's hand is not great, but it's just hard when you're playing ramp because you need a lot of resources to ramp up. Like I keep a lot of hands that look bad. Like I would probably have kept this too, even though it doesn't look like a good hand, just because it's hard to win.
it's 4 resources. You have black belt at least on turn 2.
Exactly.
Black belt. This is interesting. Using the power right away to choose.
Yeah,
all the actions are basic.
They are all basic.
Maybe because there's only one option. Like that one it's going to do 2 damage to its attack to a troop. Perhaps because if black belt was answered, reverted, you can get another one and stack those up. Maybe.
Yeah, it depends. Like if you know you're going to use a certain mode, then yeah, being able to reuse it for a second black belt later is good. Also could matter, like if the opponent is playing Carnosaurus, which could have answered it there on that turn.
An unfortunate Sky Dancer. It is double wild threshold, so this configuration of thresholds does not allow it to be played. However, it is enough to play that Titania's Majesty next turn with the charge power. Metronomy asks, would you have kept that hand in match 2 with the 1 blood shard? No.
The 1 blood shard? No. If it had been 1 sapphire, I said I think I probably would have, but the 1 blood I would not have done.
1 sapphire allows arcane focus, which even if it doesn't hit a shard, that means 2 cards off the top of your deck are seen, and your next one may be that shard.
Right. And you could even
leaves you with a roughly 80% chance of hitting a shard in 2 turns, but if you were on the draw, but you were on the play, so like 71% chance, depending on your deck makeup.
It's still fairly good odds there.
Second wild is convenient. We're close to those hearts, but more importantly, it is time to roll the dice. Titania's Majesty. Looks like it hits.
Oh, that is a hit. That is the hittiest of hits. It does still have the direct damage. So we are going to see 10 and then the attack. And that's just game. Being on the play and drawing your Majesty.
It could be Lullaby.
It could have been.
It was not Lullaby.
That's fair. Lullaby would have bought him a turn where you well, I guess you could have your own Majesty, to be fair.
It's making me wonder if more anti-calamity win cards like Lullaby will be put into decks in the future. Or since this is a single set constructed format, I wonder how much of this calamity and action stuff will filter down into full constructed.
Yeah,